the shooting of Trayvon Martin, case analysis. On February 26, 2012, Trayvon Martin, a 17-year-old African-American, was shot and killed by a neighborhood watch volunteer, George Zimmerman, in one of Florida's gated communities. Zimmerman claimed that he shot Martin while defending himself and was ultimately acquitted of manslaughter and second-degree murder charges. The question of whether Trayvon Martin's behavior contributed to his death is a complex and controversial one. Some may consider that Martin's actions, such as walking in a gated community and wearing a hoodie, may have contributed to Zimmerman's suspicion of him and ultimately led to the shooting. Others argue that Zimmerman's actions were solely responsible for Martin's death and that Martin's behavior should not be used to justify the shooting. On the one hand, it is important to note that Martin was unarmed and had not committed any crime at the time of the shooting. Zimmerman had no legal grounds to confront Martin, and, arguably, his suspicion of Martin was based on racial profiling. Martin's behavior, such as wearing a hoodie, should not be used to justify Zimmerman's actions. On the other hand, it is possible that Martin's behavior may have contributed to Zimmerman's suspicion of him. Zimmerman stated that Martin was just walking around and looked suspicious. It is possible that Zimmerman's perception of Martin's behavior was influenced by unconscious bias or stereotypes about young black men. Still, it is important to recognize that Zimmerman's perception of Martin's behavior may have been influenced by his own biases and prejudices rather than any actual wrongdoing on Martin's part. Additionally, Zimmerman's decision to follow Martin despite being instructed not to by the 911 operator is a crucial factor in the events that led to Martin's death. Zimmerman's decision to pursue Martin rather than wait for the police to arrive ultimately escalated the situation and led to a physical altercation between the two. Furthermore, Zimmerman's decision to carry a gun, and his claim that he felt threatened by Martin, also played a significant role in the tragic outcome. Zimmerman's actions were not those of a typical neighborhood watch volunteer but rather of an individual who was looking for a confrontation. It is important to note that Zimmerman's acquittal does not necessarily mean that his actions were justifiable. The legal standard for self-defense in Florida, known as stand your ground, allowed Zimmerman to claim self-defense without the requirement to retreat. This law has been criticized for potentially allowing individuals to apply deadly force in situations where it is not necessary. In conclusion, while it is possible that Trayvon Martin's behavior may have contributed to Zimmerman's suspicion of him, it is clear that Zimmerman's actions were the direct cause of Martin's death. Zimmerman's decision to pursue Martin, despite being instructed not to by the 911 operator, his assertion that he felt threatened by Martin, and his decision to carry a gun all played a significant role in the tragic outcome. It is crucial to recognize that Martin's behavior should not be used to justify Zimmerman's actions. The evidence suggests that Zimmerman's actions were not justified and that his behavior was motivated by racial bias. From this perspective, it is possible to conclude that Zimmerman's actions were the main cause that led to Trayvon Martin's tragic death.